Hello guys, today we will discuss about what some idea about BGP peer messages, states, different states of BGP and tables, different tables of BGP. Okay, some basic understanding. Yesterday we just completed the basic understanding of what BGP. Now we want to know some messages passing through the BGP. In between the peers, some messages are passing, and in between the that state, what and all states it is passing through, and last tables. Okay, similar like our EGRP, RIP, and SPF. Like we have the tables in EGRP to BGP too. Okay, now here you see the first one, the messages. First, we want to know how many messages are passing through. Okay, we have four types of message: open message, keep alive message, update message, and notification message. Open message is nothing but whenever I start the initiation, that is whenever I start the neighborship process, I will send the open message. Okay, to initiate the session. The only purpose is to initiate the session, and it contains the BGP versions, S number, router ID, every sort of information. That means in the open message they will share each other. Okay, share each other. And the next is keep alive messages. Keep alive messages, from the word itself we know that to ensure that the remote peer is alive or not. Okay, is it available or not? We will send in every 60 seconds. We will send a keep alive messages. If you will, what if something happened, this, if I cannot get the keep alive message from the what from my neighbor, means I will wait for a whole timer of 190 seconds, that about 3 minutes. Okay, 1 minute, in every 1 minute it will send the keep alive message, that is 60 seconds. And in the whole time is, if I'm not getting, or I want to confirm that my neighbor is dead by within the 180 second. Okay, and next thing is update time, update message is nothing but to, that to exchange the BGP routes. Now we got the open message, we connected the section, we shared the peer section, we established the session, and now we want to send the update is to send the exchange the route between the peers, and update the tables. Okay, and the next is notification message. Okay, these are the special messages which is generated only when there is a fatal error condition. Okay, we are not generating every time the notification message. If any sort of fatal error is happened in my network, I will do what notification. The BGP will send what notification message. It can be it can be down, that means the session is turned down, or the reset, any sort of problem with related to BGP session, or it will generate a notification message. Okay, the four important messages: first is open message, that is to initiate the session and keep alive, to check it is alive or not. An update message to exchange the route between the neighbors, and the notification message, and if there is a fatal error in this the BGP. Okay, for messages. And the next, we want to know about the states. Okay, if you know about the state, every time there will be state, that means user connection states, or active state, passive state kind of things. We have states in BGP as well. BGP, it's very important to know about what the states. Why? Because during the troubleshooting, sometimes you will see it in active, sometimes it is in idle state. So at that time we want to check, or we want to specify where the error is, or we want to find the where the error is. At that time, this is very important to know about the state, how, where the state is present, or where it is actually we want to look for the error. Okay, we have five states over here: ideal state, connect state, active state, open send, open confirm, established state. Okay, five state. Ideal state, we can call this process, the entire process of what the states of the BGP, we can call as BGP finite state machine. Don't forget FSM, that is BGP FSM, that is BGP finite state machine. Okay, and the first process is ideal state. As we know, ideal state, every time when we start the communication, it is starting from the ideal state. Ideal state is the state in which it is initiating the session. And the next session is the connect state. In the connect state, what we are doing, okay, BGP is a TCP connection. What they are doing, they are establishing a connection, TCP connection. That means in between they will send what TCP SYN packets, SYN and acknowledgement packets. And if it is successful, if the open, that means if the connect state is successful, if I am getting the reply to the TCP message, or I can establish the TCP connection by SYN and acknowledgement, three-way handshaking process, everything is perfect, means then he will send the what open message. Open message, I told that we studied the open message in the previous BGP messages. Open message sending of ASC number and that router ID and remaining details that are okay, that he will send the open message. And if it is unsuccessful, okay, if the current state is unsuccessful, that means the TCP connection is not established, and that condition they will place in a state called active state, like in our EHRP stick in active kind of thing. Same only here as well as an active state. That means he will, if it is unsuccessful, if the TCP connection is unsuccessful, he will place that state in a state called active state. Okay, the active state is nothing but BGP attempt to initiate a TCP connection with the remote peer. Always that means in the active state, what it will do, it is placing in active state. Why? Because he will try, that means he cannot establish the connection with the TCP connection with the remote peer. So what he will do in the unsuccessful, it will always try to make the connection with the remote peer. Okay, in the active state, if it is placed, means he will always make the connection or try to make the connection with the remote peer. But if it is unsuccessful, okay, still it is unsuccessful, he will make or the BGP connection into a what connect retry timer. Okay, that means it will place active in state active state for a time of connect retry time. Okay, if the connect retry time is over, if expired, means it will what it will session back to the connect state. That means he will put this back to the active state, things back to the connect state again he will check for the TCP connection. If it is successful, he will go through the next state, that is open state. And if it is unsuccessful, again this process repeats. That means he will come to the active state, he will wait for the connect state timer, and again he will place for the what into the connect state. Okay, and the next thing is open send message. Open send message is nothing but if it is successful, that means I said that if the current state, in the current state the TCP connection established, think that the current state the TCP connection established, and what we want to do, we want to send the remaining kind of messages. So what he will do, he will send the open message, and he will wait. What he will do, he will wait for the reply message to get. That means I will send a open message that to the remote peer. If the TCP connection is established, the three-way handshaking process, the TCP established, the connection oriented. Now what we will do, he will send an open send message, and what he will do, he will wait for, that's this router or this BGP router will wait for what, the open confirm message to the, send, that is he will send the reply to the open message, that is open confirm. And what he will do, he will send the open confirm to the peer itself. I can say that the connection is established, and I will send the keep alive message to check the connectivity. In every 30 seconds, they will send the open confirm message to check the reachability. And the last state is the established state. This is nothing but the fully established state. That means the BGP session is fully established. Update messages are contained in routing information. Everything will be sent now, and fully established. The 5 state, important state, idle, connect, active, open send, and open confirm. Okay, and if the peer is taken active, okay, I said that we are using this for some troubleshooting purpose. Okay, when we are using, understand that when we are using, that means most of the cases the error is related to the active state only. Active state in the sense it cannot establish the TCP connection, but what it will put into a state called active state. So that time, what is the problem? That the problem can happen if it is put in the possible reason he put into the active state. So we want to know what are the things can be happen if it is in active state. Maybe there is no IP connectivity in the sense there is a IP address mismatch or kind of things, and IP and incorrect neighbor statement. As you know, we are mentioning so many neighbor commands in order to make the connection, or access list filtering, or any access list is running in my router with this which is denying my port number 179, that is my port number of BGP. Okay, so this may be the reason, the possible reason it is in state inactive. Okay, this also we want to know. This is an important BGP state, idle, connect, and active, open send, and open confirm, established state, 5 states, and the possible reasons for stake inactive. Okay, next we will see the tables. Okay, the tables of BGP, we have three main table, neighbor table and database table, hyper routing table. The similar like EHRP